the way we're organized. There's three big problems. And we believe that those three problems are creating a lot of the other problems that we're all trying to solve individually. Whereas if we solve these three problems, then perhaps the other problems will solve themselves. The first problem is competition. We are competing with each other for scarce resources, scarce jobs, scarce money, scarce land, scarce air, scarce water. We're beating each other up really, really bad. Now, competition has its place, but only when everybody has the same amount of information. Which leads us to the next problem. There's a tremendous moral hazard in asymmetric information. That's where one group of people has more information than another group of people. And the moral hazard is to take advantage of a person who has less information. And this is happening all over the world. There's this huge disparity of information. Now, where asymmetric information and where competition meet is called hierarchy. Okay? Hierarchy is the way we rate each other. We talk about each other in terms of winner, loser, right, wrong, poor, rich, demonic, angelic, scale of 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 5. These are, we rank each other, we rate each other, and this is actually quite perverse. Why should this have to be? It was very hard for me to even find a system to classify people which was not a ranking system. That's how deeply embedded this is in our culture. Well, we're going to show you a way to, one, eliminate competition from the economy, two, eliminate asymmetric information, third, eliminate hierarchy, okay, and then still preserve the basic elements of an economy. Let me unpack this just a little bit more. This is something called Ontology is Overrated. It's by Clay Shirky. And it's just a very typical picture of a hierarchy. This is something familiar to any corporation, to any flow chart, to any churches and schools. It's something we're very, very accustomed to. But then came the internet. And you have situations where one point on the hierarchy can talk to another point of the hierarchy without necessarily following those branches. Okay? And then we get a little more internet, and a little more of these dots start talking to each other outside the hierarchy. Eventually, we can just take the hierarchy out and the thing stands. It continues. Okay, so this tells us that there does not necessarily need to be these elements in place, the asymmetric information, the competition, and the hierarchy, in order for people to function in society. Here's a picture of birds flying in tight formation. Well, this is what dinosaurs evolved to. Okay, they used, instead of growing more armor, instead of growing more weapons, instead of being the color of rocks and hiding behind bigger rocks, they grew wings. And this is how they've evolved to survive through absolutely tremendous calamity throughout their existence. So the opportunity is for perhaps us to evolve into a new way of organizing ourselves as a society.